When marriages fall apart, courts divide what can be measured: homes, accounts, assets. But some things don't fit neatly on a spreadsheet, like the family dog. This is Ralph's story. Los Angeles has a particular way of handling breakups. In most places, people argue over who keeps the sofa. In Beverly Hills, they argue over who keeps the view. And inside Carson Law Group, on a floor high enough that the air feels a little thinner, two people who once built a life together are here to take it apart. Not in anger. Not yet. Just one document at a time. Chip Wright walks in first. Gentle guy. Hawaiian shirt. Looks like he was on his way to a barbecue but took a wrong turn into a divorce mediation. Gladys comes in behind him, composed, decisive. There's history in her eyes, but she keeps it tucked away behind the hair, the makeup, the posture. She didn't come here to lose anything. And then the lawyers. J.J. Carson, immaculate as ever. The kind of suit that doesn't just get tailored, it gets engineered. A calm face that has seen a lot of breakups but takes all of them seriously. And Frank Hasley, carrying a briefcase that probably has more stories than both of these clients combined. He's been practicing since fax machines were considered witchcraft. And in his defense, they kind of were. They sit, they breathe. Documents slide across the table, pens click, and the quiet kind of fills in the room. For a minute, they almost look like four people negotiating brunch plans instead of a life split. There's something gentle about that moment. A reminder that endings aren't always explosions. Sometimes they're just quiet decisions. Surprisingly, things go smoothly. The house, done. Cars, done. Bank accounts, done. A small pause, a breath, but still, done. Even the stock options, the ones that can start a 5-alarm fire in most divorces, settle into place as if they'd been waiting for this moment. Frank tilts his head, almost suspicious. Even J.J. pauses, just a flicker, like he wasn't expecting this level of cooperation. Then J.J. places one last folder on the table. A thin one. Nothing dramatic. Just a single word written neatly across a tab. Ralph. And that's when the quiet changes. Frank's shoulders tighten. Gladys inhales, barely noticeable. Chip, for the first time, sits up a little straighter. There are things in life you can divide, and there are things you can't.
Gladys will be seeking primary custody of Ralph.
It's not a dramatic moment. Not the movie version where music swells and someone storms out. It's smaller than that. Quieter. More real. Sometimes the biggest shifts in a room happen without anyone moving at all. Gladys freezes, emotions rushing under the surface like a tide she's holding back. It lands, not loud, but true. There's a difference between losing a house and losing a companion. A house and pets are property on paper. At least that's where the law places them. But living with a dog teaches you that value isn't only measured in deeds or documents, it's measured in love. Later that afternoon, Chip tries to shake it off. He packs his truck and loads the trailer for a weekend fishing trip with Ralphie. Chip, well, he keeps moving through it the way people do when they're trying not to think too hard. And that's when the silver Prius arrives. The kind that looks like it's been to too many parking garages and isn't sure it wants to live anymore. Steam drifts from the front grille. The engine makes a sound like it's trying to apologize. It rolls to a stop, and Chip knows. Even before the door opens, he knows. Inside, you're ordered to appear tomorrow, 8:30 a.m., Los Angeles Superior Court Family Law Division Department, K9. No drama, just truth, heavy and simple. Chip exhales. Ralph nudges his hand, and for a moment, it's just a man and his dog trying to understand what comes next. A man and a dog, holding on to each other in the middle of everything changing. Tomorrow will bring lawyers, courts, and a judge with her own stories to carry. But tonight, it's just these two, under a fading sky, trying to breathe. The next day in Department K9.
Do you solemnly swear that the testimony you are about to give in this matter shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Under Family Code Section 2605, the court is required to evaluate not merely who claims ownership of the animal, but who has consistently acted in the pet's best interest. My task is to determine which party has served as the primary caregiver, who can provide a stable and secure environment, and which placement will best support Ralph's overall well-being. I will not focus solely on purchase receipts or registration forms. Pets are treated differently under this statute. The emphasis is on care, not title. Because of that, I am ordering the parties to attend a brief, focused mediation and try to reach a balanced solution that reflects the love each of you has for Ralph. I will make temporary orders until you return to this department for a mediation review hearing. For now, each of you shall alternate custody of Ralph once a week. Good luck to both of you.
As of now, only a relatively small number of U.S. states have laws similar to California. In Alaska, courts may assign sole or joint ownership of a pet, taking into consideration the well-being of the animal. In Illinois, if a pet is a marital asset, the court must allocate ownership and responsibility with consideration of the pet's well-being. A New Hampshire statute provides that for tangible property, including animals, the property settlement must address care and ownership, taking into consideration the animal's well-being. Now it's your turn. How would you rule? And beyond the legal answer, what should Chip and Gladys do in mediation? We want to hear your judgment and your advice. Tell us your take in the comments.